It's 6 p.m. and I call this Miami Township Board of Trustees meeting to order. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll, Mr. Cole.
Here.
Mr. Posey.
Here.
Mr. Morris.
Here.
Thank you. Now we have the reading of casualties. Chief Stegelmeyer, could you please proceed with the reading of casualties?
Good evening, Board. The following is a list of first responder casualties for the period of January the 17th through February the 6th of 2024. Trooper Joel Pope, Michigan State Police, Michigan, end of watch January 24th, 2024. Firefighter Marquise Hudson, the Plainfield Fire Department, New Jersey, end of watch January 26th, 2024. Trooper Jimmy Sneneskar, Georgia State Police, Georgia, end of watch January 28th, 2024. K-9 Nix, the Rockford Police Department in Illinois, end of watch January 28th, 2024. Trooper Zachary Fink from the Florida Highway Patrol, Florida, end of watch February 2nd, 2024. And Chief Deputy Sheriff Ken Prorock, Moody County Sheriff's Department in South Dakota, end of watch February 2nd, 2024.
Please join me in a moment of silence for these first responders. Thank you. Now we have the election of officers for the vice presidents. We have the need to select one of the trustees to serve as vice president. Are there any nominations for vice president?
I nominate Mr. Posey.
Okay, I'll second the nomination.
Mr. Cole.
Aye.
Mr. Posey.
Abstain.
Mr. Morris.
Aye.
So my pre-formatted form here says we have no special guests, but I would like to recognize the Miamisburg School Board member, Jason Mowry, and also the fiscal officer-elect, Bob Matthews, are with us tonight. We have matters listed under the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve, or I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Is there a second?
I will second.
Mr. Cole.
Aye.
Mr. Posey.
Aye.
Mr. Morris.
Aye.
Chief Stegelmeyer, you have Resolution 8, 2024. Will you please review this for the board?
I will, your board. Board, in your package, you received some information from me regarding Resolution 8, 2024, and this is a declaration to surplus an old van, old crime scene van. It's a 26 Ford Alkaline van. It has outlived its usefulness for us. While the mileage isn't extremely high, the repairs that's starting to go with it is really offsetting the need for this van. So what I would like to do is, in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 505.10, is declare this vehicle surplus and let us dispose of it accordingly to our policy and to the Ohio Revised Code. And I'll be glad to answer any questions if you have them.
So now we have Resolution 9, 2024, resolution certified township highway mileage for 2023.
Good evening, Board. This resolution 9/2024 is an annual housekeeping item. Per section 4501.04 of the ORC, it declares the township must certify the highway mileage each year that we maintain. Montgomery County found that we have no addition or subtraction of mileage, so this is just standard of 91.66 miles that we just need to certify. Be happy to answer any questions regarding this resolution.
Now we have Resolution number 10, 2024. Mr. Schweikart.
Yes, this is a resolution to authorize the township administrator to execute the necessary documents to purchase a truck chassis for the road department. Last year, we purchased 3 of 4 truck chassis that would be converted into snowplows using American Rescue Plan funding. During the budgetary phase, we utilized some of our capital reserves to allocate for this year's funding. And this is just a resolution that allows the township administrator the authority to purchase that said truck chassis with those those capital funds. Again, I just want to point out the safety improvements that we previously discussed of why this is crucial to our operation, and the increased efficiency and lower maintenance costs moving forward. But I would be happy to answer any questions regarding this resolution.
Resolution 11, 2024, resolution to appoint township representative to the 911 Program Review Committee. Mr. Snyder?
Good evening, Board. Pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code, Montgomery County is required to maintain a 911 Program Review Committee. One of the primary roles of the 911 Committee is to create and maintain the Montgomery County countywide 911 plan. Additionally, the 911 Committee has discretion over the allocation of state wireless government access funds to the various dispatch centers in Montgomery County. One of the board members of that committee is to be a member of a board of township trustees selected by the majority of boards of township trustees in the county. So Bryson Jackson from Butler Township, one of the trustees up there, has agreed to step into this role pending approval by the other boards within Montgomery County. So we do have a resolution for your consideration tonight to agree with the appointment of Bryson Jackson to serve as township representative for all of the townships in Montgomery County on the 911 Program Review Committee. So I'm happy to answer any questions if you have them.
I'll just make a comment that I certainly support Bryson Jackson in this role. Any other comments? This is the period for public comments. This is the time when residents of Miami Township are invited to share thoughts with the board. Time has been set aside for the board, by the board, to listen to these comments. Your comments are valued and will be taken into consideration. The board will not engage in dialogue at this time. Presentations are limited to 5 minutes each. Are there any public comments? All right. We'll go into the consideration of resolutions and motions. I make a motion to approve Resolution 008, 2024, resolution to declare surplus property and authorize the sale of said property. Is there a second?
I will second.
Is there discussion on the resolution?
Mr. Call.
Aye.
Mr. Posey.
Aye.
Mr. Morris.
Aye.
I make a motion to approve Resolution 009, 2024, resolution to certified township highway mileage for 2023. Is there a second?
I will second.
Discussion?
Mr. Call.
Aye.
Mr. Posey.
Aye.
And Mr. Morris.
Aye.
I make a motion to approve Resolution 010, 2024, resolution to authorize the township administrator to execute the necessary documents to purchase a truck chassis for the road department. Is there a second?
I will second.
Is there discussion on the resolution?
Mr. Call.
Aye.
Mr. Posey.
Aye.
And Mr. Morris.
Aye.
I make a motion to approve Resolution 011, 2024, resolution to appoint township representative to the 911 Program Review Committee. Is there a second?
I will second.
Is there discussion on the resolution?
Mr. Call.
Aye.
Mr. Posey.
Aye.
And Mr. Morris.
Aye.
So we do not have a public hearing tonight, right, Chris? Okay. And we're at department head comments. Chief Stegelmeyer,
I have none. Thank you.
Mr. Swikart? I have none. Mr. Carlson? Okay. Mr. Snyder? Or do we go to,
I do not have
Finance
any
Director.
comments tonight either.
I'm sorry?
I don't have any comments
Okay.
tonight, so.
I don't have any tonight at
Okay.
this time.
Mr. Elected Officials, Mr. Klingerman,
No comments this evening.
Mr. Morris,
I have none.
Mr. Posey,
I have none.
And I also have none. I'd just like to share my appreciation for the guests who came out to tonight's meeting. And we'll adjourn. I move that we adjourn this meeting into executive session.
Do we have a study session first?
We now have need for an executive session and are going into executive session prior to our planned work session. Do we have a work session tonight? Yes. Okay. I move that we go into executive session to consider the dismissal or consider the dismissal or discipline of a public employee or official, or the investigation of complaints against a public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual in accordance with the ORC 121.22G1. And B, conferences with an attorney for the public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are subject of pending or imminent court action, Ohio Revised Code 121.22G3. And C, to consider the compensation of a public employee or official in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22. Is there a second?
I second.
Mr. Cole?
Aye.
Mr. Posey?
Aye.
Mr. Morris?
Aye.
Okay, immediately following the executive session, we'll go into a work session. We may take action following the work session. The public is welcome to stay. Call this special meeting of the Miami Township Board of Trustees to order. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Roll, Mr. Cole?
Here.
Mr. Posey?
Here.
Mr. Morris?
Here. We now have a need for an executive session, and I move that we adjourn into executive session for conferences with an attorney for the public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are the subject of pending or imminent court action in accordance with Ohio Revised Code 121.22G3. Is there a second?
I will second.
Mr. Cole?
Aye.
Mr. Posey?
Aye.
Mr. Morris?
Aye.